Hey, welcome back to Tiny Marketing Wins. In this video, I'm going to answer all the questions I get about Medium, medium.com. Specifically, should you be posting on Medium? Should you be cross-posting your blog posts on Medium? Ev Williams just made an announcement about Medium. He's the founder, and they're changing direction. What about that? And then I'm going to give you some tricks that I've learned that make posting to Medium more effective. All right, let's get into it. So here in the Product People Club forums, we have this question from Ashley. Should I be cross-posting my content to Medium for maximum exposure? And is duplicate content still frowned upon by Google? So to answer the first question, should you be cross-posting to Medium? I think in most cases, the answer is yes. Folks like Jason Fried and the team at Basecamp have switched their main blog, in this case it's Signal versus Noise, over to Medium, and they've found that they're getting more engagement, more views, and more reach on Medium. The nice thing about Medium is it has a built-in audience, and so their biggest post of the year, Reconsider by David Heinemeier Hansson, had 431,000 views. That's incredible. You see, the challenge with marketing, and especially content marketing, is distribution. You need to go where the people are. You need to go where the audience is. And in the past, that audience might have been on Google Newsreader, or that audience might have been on Yahoo or Google Search. But clearly, there's a big group of people who have moved to Medium. That's where they're reading new blog posts. That's where they're reading articles. That's where they're discovering new authors. And for you to ignore it is to ignore a huge distribution channel. So I think if you're writing any sort of original material on your blog right now, it makes sense to cross-post that to Medium. And now I'm going to show you how you can do that. All right, so to start, here is a blog post on my regular site, justinjackson.ca. This is a blog hosted on WordPress. And I'm going to grab the URL for this post here. Then I'm going to go back to Medium, and hidden in the drafts section, so I'm going to go to drafts, is this import a story button. And what this will do is it allows you to paste in the URL, click import, and it is going to grab that blog post from your site. It's going to bring in all of the images and all of the formatting. And often all I need to do is go in and maybe clean up the title. So this is the title here. I'm going to select that. And everything else, I usually just kind of scroll through it, but everything else is usually really well formatted. This includes all your URLs, etc. It'll also link back to the original post on your website automatically, so you don't have to worry about any sort of duplicate content penalty from Google. It's right here automatically done for you. Now, the only other thing I like to add on Medium is a request for people to recommend it. And usually that looks like this. Like this, please click the heart symbol below so other people can find it. So most of the ranking algorithm in Medium is based on the number of people that have clicked that heart icon at the bottom of each post. So just giving them a reminder to do that actually does help. Often I'll highlight it by doing this block quote formatting. It makes it really big and reminds folks, hey, if you like this, just click the heart below. If you're really worried about Google not recognizing your initial post as the original, here's a little trick I've discovered. So I'm going to grab this right here, and I'm going to log into Webmaster Tools. We've talked about this in the past on another video. You can scroll back and see that. I'm going to go to the justinjackson.ca site, and I'm going to go over to this crawl menu and fetch as Google. Now, I'm not sure if this will work forever, but right now, if you paste in this case, my blog post on launch tactics, and you click fetch and render, what it's going to do is it's going to kind of grind away here. And now this button pops up, which allows me to request indexing for this particular URL. And I've found that sometimes Google will index these in their search results almost immediately. So if I go, 3 things I learned from my launch. Look, it's already indexed here, number 1 on Google. So I'll do this first. I'll get Google to manually crawl that URL. Then I'll go in to Medium and import it. And this gives me the peace of mind of knowing that Google is seeing my initial blog post as the original. So anything I cross-post on Medium is exactly that, just something that's cross-posted. Here's something else to consider. I wrote this blog post, and when I wrote it, I had this feeling that it was going to do really well. So here's the original on my blog. And as you can see, it is the first search result. And here it is on Medium. It has over 3,000 recommends, over 108 responses. If we scroll through this, you can see there's lots of highlights. Another advantage of Medium is that you can share these highlights and it'll automatically create these image attachments with the highlighted piece. It allows the reader to easily share your article, but also highlight the piece that was meaningful to them. So I had a feeling that this was going to be a really popular post. And in a lot of ways, I didn't want all that traffic coming to my personal domain, because whenever I get too much traffic on my main website, I have to pay for that. But if the post on Medium gets a bunch of traffic, I don't pay for that. It's free. So I deliberately promoted the Medium piece to my mailing list and on Twitter. First of all, so I could get more recommends. Remember, the recommends is what causes more people to find your blog post. But second of all, I was okay if all the traffic was going to Medium in this case. The main call to action is still to subscribe to my newsletter, which is on my website, but I didn't need to worry about all this traffic coming to my site. In this case, this blog post got 48,000 views. And if you look here, about 20,000 of those views to this blog post came from the Medium network. Medium.com, Medium on iOS, Medium Top Stories, Medium for Android. So just having it on Medium drove 20,000 more views than I would have gotten on my own website. So let's go to Ashley's second question, which is, I was about to start a blog on Medium, and now I see they've laid off 1/3 of their staff and are changing directions. And she's referring to this post here by Ev Williams, the founder, saying that they had laid off a bunch of people and they are changing directions, specifically when it comes to advertising. So previously, they had put a lot of money and people into getting major publications to switch to Medium, to being hosted on Medium, and then to helping those folks get advertising on Medium. So kind of pursuing the traditional newspaper model. But as Ev and his team were evaluating Medium's direction, he recognized that going the ad-sponsored route was contradictory to their initial founding values. He said, upon further reflection, it's clear that the broken system is ad-driven media on the internet. It simply doesn't serve people. In fact, it's not designed to. And so Medium is going to try a different revenue model. Now, some folks have theorized that this could mean a Patreon-like model where people can support individual writers directly. Regardless, right now is still a great time for you to be cross-posting your blog posts to Medium. The audience is still there. It's still a great channel. And really, for anyone using it as a marketing channel, nothing has changed right now. So until things change, this is a great time to be using Medium because the audience is still there. So I would recommend that you keep posting on your own blog, but that you cross-post to Medium and get all of that additional traffic and exposure. One more secret trick before we leave. Now, one of the challenges with Medium is that you can't customize it. So if you want, for example, people to sign up for your newsletter, you have to put it in a link like this. Well, there is a company called Upscribe that allows you to put newsletter sign-up forms right in Medium. And this is what it looks like. It's a form right in a Medium post. And in this case, anyone who subscribes here gets subscribed to my ConvertKit newsletter. So in Upscribe, you just go in, you click Add New Form, and it integrates with all of these providers: MailChimp, Aweber, Constant Contact, Drip, Google Sheets, Review, Sendx, MadMimi, ConvertKit. Almost everything is in here. and it's a great way to get more people to subscribe to your newsletter list.